Hey y'all, Foundation Afro here, and I just finished reading the fifth compilation of Walking Dead, volume number 5, the graphic novel. I'd just like to say that this guy has an afro, so he's awesome. um, it The Walking Dead moves pretty quick. Oh, happy Canada Day, by the way. I'm shooting this video at 10 to 11. Just finished watching the fireworks in the back of my house. I'm right along the river. They shoot them from the river about 10 kilometers away, so I can get a pretty good view standing by the fence, or if the water wasn't so high, I could go down to the beach, but it's still only the 1st of July, so the water's pretty high. Anyways, The Walking Dead moves fast, but doesn't move too fast, I noticed, as it's progressed through the first 5 volumes, which I like, because lots of things, they move so fast you don't really know what's going on. With The Walking Dead, a lot of things will happen in just a volume, but they're still thinking back to like what happened in volume 1 even, which kind of slows down the fast movement of the series, which I really like. It's not just this and then this and this and this and this and this and all on and on. That's awesome. I also like how the killing of characters has been slowed down, because like I said in my first review of the first graphic novel, I am not a fan of the traditional zombies where like everyone but the main character gets killed. In the first volume or 2 of the Walking Dead graphic novels, that more or less happened. They kept introducing characters, they kept killing them off. But that's slowed down. Be warned, I should have said this before, but there are spoilers for the first 5 volumes of The Walking Dead. But yeah, it's slowed down a lot, especially since Rick and the group found the prison and they're relatively safe, although this one showed oh, excuse me. Showed if they leave the safety of the prison, they are in trouble. I'm not too good with names, both in fiction and in real life, so I'm not going to give you many character names, but now that we know the characters are longer, when they die, it's actually more emotional, because you're like, oh man, I knew that guy, he was such a great guy, and now he's dead. Which is pretty rough. I like the concept of the zombies. Most zombie fiction, you get bitten by a zombie, you're infected, bang, they have to shoot you so you don't turn. It's too late for you, so you just get bitten. But no, in The Walking Dead, everyone's infected in a way, and as soon as they die, however they die, they become a zombie. and like someone can get bitten, get a big hunk of flesh torn out, but you could clean that up and they won't turn, which is really, really interesting. That's not the standard approach to zombie fiction. Yeah, so I like that. I like them keep the characters longer, like I said. Since this one is the most recent one I've read, I'll probably talk about that. And just in general, the last 5 volumes. So it's so interesting how society has changed. Like, they get to this prison, all the 4 prisoners there, they're like, oh yeah, we'll let you live. We're prisoners, but like, even though we're bad guys, we're all in the same situation, so we won't do anything to you. And then we figure out the like best of the prisoners, who wasn't in jail for doing, who claimed he wasn't in jail for doing anything really bad, it was tax fraud or something, he didn't murder anyone, ends up going around murdering people. So they shoot him. Their law, start these laws which kind of fall apart really quickly, like don't kill anyone unless they've killed someone. Kind of quid pro quo, which falls apart as soon as Rick doesn't really like this guy and shoots him for the safety of the community. That's interesting. Like I was saying, the prisoners, there's this one really bad guy, and there's other like bad guys, the prisoners, and they killed, they did whatever, but they're all in this super infested world of zombies, and they all try to survive, and they will help, they will get help, they do not act like the prisoners that they are. I also like Tyrone's survival because it shows how, I think his name's Tyrone, like I said, I'm bad with names. It shows his strength, and that woman with the big sword who had been walking around by herself for months and survived. I like just shows the strength of these characters and their ability to survive. Tyrone in that one room was I forget what it was. It was just that room by himself, and Rick is like, oh no, he's dead. And they come back later, and like, oh no, he's sitting in the corner there. He's like, why did you wait so long to save me? That's cool. Laurie being pregnant is interesting because I'm sure the last thing you want to happen when you're in a zombie apocalypse is be pregnant. Like, the characters, they have sex a lot and such. I don't know if they use condoms. I think condoms would be tough to find in a zombie apocalypse, but yeah, Laurie gets pregnant, and like I said, they're in the relative safety of the prison, so she can give birth and hopefully keep the child safe when it happens. But had they not found the prison and had happened out in the middle of nowhere, I think Laurie and Baby wouldn't have made it, because Baby waking up in the middle of the night crying, all the walkers, as they call them, come. I don't know how it would have worked. And that's another thing I like. I call them walkers, but all the different names people have for them is, they like say, well, these are traditionally what like their fiction within fictionception. They're called zombies, but we call them walkers because they can't run fast, they just kind of walk around. Then they find that other settlement in that walled-off small town, and those people call them biters. I'm sure should they find other people, there's going to be other names like Rotters or like just zombies, I don't know. But on to this one, and that other town, and that jackass who runs it, the governor. Oh man, I want to strangle him. And believe me, it is hard to use the word jackass and not something else. I want to throw a full-bodied swear word in there because he really is. Oh god. Like just cutting Rick's hand off and throwing the people to the zombies in that fight ring, keep the people happy, and torturing them, raping what's her name, like telling Rick that I'm so bad with names. What's his name had run off and was going to lead him back to the jail. He's just a bad guy. And everyone in the camp knows it, but they don't want to do anything about it because he can really hurt them, like the doctor said. So yeah, he's a messed up guy. But I'm wondering how he turned that way. I'm sure we'll learn later on in next volumes, because like the doctor said, when he started the community, he was a good guy and he became their leader because he was a good leader, and he kind of turned into this messed up evil guy. And we learned that like in his house, he's this zombie for a daughter who is effectively like she kind of tries to do that at the start, but he's like, no, here, just have this hand. And she seems good from that point on. We only see a couple pages of her. So I'm wondering if she turned and that just drove him bonkers and he turned into this evil guy. So we will have to see that it doesn't stop him from being a really effed up guy. So let's see. So yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I will put new videos out about Walking Dead about every 5 volumes until I catch up with the series. I think 17 came out just a few weeks ago. So put videos out every 5 volumes, and when I catch up I'll put a video out for every new book, because I'll be sitting here waiting for the new book and it'll drive me crazy. So yeah, when that starts there'll be big spoiler alerts because they won't be like second or third publishings or whenever, however old this is. So that, and like I said, happy Canada Day. Can't see it. Don't worry, it's my Canada mug, but just water in there. It's after 11. I'm not going to drink anything caffeinated, so by the time this comes out, it'll probably be July 2nd, because I don't want to sit with my computer screen on and not being able to fall asleep while it uploads. So yeah, bye bye, see you next time, probably for a review of Sherlock, the third and final episode of the second season. I have to watch that. So yeah, this is Foundation Afro saying bye bye, and by then my Afro will be even bigger.